Good morning. Sunny day. In fact, I should have my shades on, shouldn't I? Woohoo!
I think I left mine at home.
Make the most. Make hay while the sun shines.
I'm going to look away. I don't think they're in my bag.
So, anyway, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Sarah's left her glasses at home. Oh, man.
I thought we talked about this the other day. The 6 Ps.
We're going to talk about handling objections.
Handling objections. I like it.
Whoa.
What?
That car was a bit close.
On the other side of the road?
No, the one that was next to me.
Okay. So, handling objections. Fantastic. I could talk about that all day, to be honest with you.
You haven't got it all day. Make it snappy.
Oh, I've got as many days as I want.
Go on, carry on.
What's your topic?
But you can talk about it all day.
Oh, God, you're so boring. You do it, you do it. No, you do it. You do it. I don't know, you do it. You do it. She's in a funny mood today.
I wasn't.
I think my eyes making my glasses steam up. Have you ever done that?
No.
Sweat from your eye?
Why's your eyes sweating?
I don't know. No idea. It's got a hot.
Weird, aren't
It's
you?
got a hot look.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Good job you're not a comedian, really, isn't it?
It is. You're correct.
So go on. Start your topic.
Start my topic that you've just given me, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Handling objections. So, some people call these negatives, don't they? Handling negatives when you're in a situation, when you're trying to convince somebody to come round to your way of thinking, or you're trying to sell something to somebody. There's a number of different things. What? Sorry, what's he doing in the middle of the road? It's full of them this morning. Absolutely full of them.
You're attracting more of them into your life.
This is true. This is true. Do you know one of my bugbears? And I'm going to swear in a minute. Go on, take front end of the car off, and I'll take your head off. Oh God, it's so annoying. Right, so
One of your biggest bugbears.
one of my biggest bugbears is when you go out of your way, when you're driving, when you go out of your way to let someone come through, and they don't acknowledge it. Oh, it just makes me boil. Honestly, I'd do time if I got
Really?
if I got my hands on them. I'd
Really?
do time. Yeah. So I don't want to get my hand on them. Anyway, that's one of my biggest bugbears. I'm sure there's many people out there what's got that exact same bugbear as me. Anyway, moving on. I can feel me steaming now. Moving
Maybe
on.
that's why your eyes are sweating.
Possibly, yeah. Could be.
It's your blood boiling, so your eyes are sweating.
Could maybe Photoshop that and put a bit of steam coming out.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Right, so handling objections, turning the negatives, handling the negatives, all these different ways you'll have probably heard over the years when someone's not coming on to your way of thinking. And there's lots of ways of turning these negatives or these objections back into positives. And a lot of the time, what you've got to understand is the reason they're giving you an objection or a negative is that not that they don't want it, they just don't fully understand it. So it's so much easier for them to just reject something because they don't understand it. And
It's an automatic response, isn't it?
It's an automatic response, yeah. It's so easy for someone to say, well, I'm not really interested. Well, okay. What you're really saying to me is, you've not really explained it that well. I don't fully understand it. Because if I did understand it, obviously I'd want it.
Yeah. And it's sometimes it's the way you're explaining it, isn't it? So it's that kind of old example where you say, you don't want a cup of tea, do you? And your automatic response is no.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Whereas if you say, do you want a cup of tea? Your automatic response is yes.
Or
do you want a drink?
Or the
What do you
next
want to
one.
drink?
Or you just say, here's a cup of tea. that's the next stage. I mean, we've talked about closing and everything. That's just an assumptive close. You know, here's your tea. You're having it. Here's a pen. Push it down on that paper. You know, sign that contract.
Bullying tactics.
Bullying. Well, it's not bullying, is it? It's just assuming they're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? The value outstrips the cost. Why would you not want to do it? Do you know? It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Do you know? So, handling that objection is very simple. Firstly, make sure you're delivering a presentation or an idea or whatever situation you're in. Make sure you're delivering something that has value. Make sure they fully understand it, because that's the biggest reason that people will give you an objection. They just don't understand it. They're not saying that they don't want it. They're just saying that tell me more. I don't understand it. But being proud, they don't want to say, well, I don't really get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one wants to admit their thing.
Nobody wants to admit the thing. True.
It's true.
No, it is true, yeah. And then obviously there's lots of other ways as well. A fantastic one, you may be familiar with it. Some people are, some people aren't got a clue, is feel, felt, found.
I knew you were going to say that there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Just awesome.
Get out of my head. But yeah, absolutely, feel, felt, found is... I mean, if you come from corporate companies who do invest in
sales
in people like myself coming in to work with them, and not just me but other obviously companies and training providers, then the chances are you've probably heard of feel, felt, found. But it's a wonderful way to handle an objection.
Because of our backgrounds, it's like second nature for us, isn't it? And don't you find it really bizarre when people don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah, totally.
I expect it to be like everyone knows what that is. And
here's your manual from when you're born. There you go. It's got page 377, chapter 12 is feel, felt, found. Yeah. Learn that because it'll help you out throughout life.
Yeah, but if you say it to someone and they get this like vacant look on their face and do like a and you're like, you don't actually know.
They do what my mum does.
Yeah.
Mum, I hope you're watching this, because this is funny. When she doesn't understand something that you're trying to, whether it's anything, a joke, a concept, no matter what it is, if you explain it to her and she doesn't get it, she's too polite to tell you that she doesn't get it, so she kind of just says, oh yeah, and she has this vacant look on her face like, oh yeah. And I'm like, Mum, you don't understand it, do you? No. No.
That was a really bad impression of your mum.
Was it?
In case she's watching.
She looks like Owen Wilson. That's a compliment. I love you, Mum. Massively.
You're just been like up for adoption.
But feel, felt, found is a wonderful thing, and to use it is as simple as it actually sounds. You know, you get an objection, you can agree with me. Yeah, do you know what? I totally understand how you feel. So there you go, feel. I totally understand how you feel. Do you know what?
And that brings you onto the same level as the person.
You're agreeing with them, aren't you? Yeah, you're getting onto their tone, your vibrations, you're becoming in match.
You're on my side.
You're on my side, yeah, absolutely, I'm on your side. And do you know what? A lot of people I've spoke to felt exactly the same way as you. Now they're feeling good, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? You've agreed with them. Yeah. You're telling them that there's other people.
They're not on their own.
They're not on their own. Other people felt exactly the same way.
Well, dependent on how it's going, you can double endorse that you're on their side by saying, I felt exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Do you know what? I felt just like you.
Don't know why I'm using my hands. Like big box, little box.
Cardboard box, octopus. So sharp. So yeah, that's the felt side. And then found, that's your solution. Do you know what? What ex-customer found were that once they actually invested in this, or once they did what I said, or whatever your product happens to be, what they found was it was a great investment. It did increase the return on investment by 23%. It did do this, it did do that. It meant recruitment were better, whatever it may be. So you've got your feel, you felt, and you found. Absolutely phenomenal. I do it all the time. And I don't even realise that I'm doing it now. It's just a natural process. Yep, I know what you're saying. Understand how you're feeling. Do you know what? I felt the same way. Know what I found?
Do you talk like that?
No,
as well?
I don't know. So that's a great way of dealing with it. Another great way, I mean, we'll just come wrap it up because, like I said, we could literally talk about handling objections all day long. Another one that's really, really effective, and I've used it lots, and people don't even realise you do it. It's that slick. People don't even realise that you're doing it.
They will now.
They will now, yeah, absolutely.
Trade secrets.
Trade secrets coming out. We should do that. Hashtag. That's your Steve again. Hashtag trade secrets. That would probably be yeah. Okay. Here's the one. You ready? Just ignore it. Just ignore the objection they give you, and just continue straight to your next stage. You look confused by that.
I am a bit, because I don't get what you mean.
Just ignore it. So I'm going to say to you, let's use a bit of a, I don't know.
Role play.
Let's just do a bit of role play. I love role play. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. Okay, so an example would be if I'm trying to sell an idea to you, for example. I want you to. Okay, your company does a lot of manual signing. Yeah? Signatures.
Yeah.
And I've got some software that's the latest software, which means that you can do it electronically.
Okay.
I mean, sign on your phone. Okay.
Let's go.
Right, so I'm obviously pitching this idea to you. I'm wanting you to buy this off of me or subscribe to it or whatever the product is, and you give me an objection, which is...
It's too expensive.
Now what I do is just ignore it. So I don't address the fact that you've just said it's too expensive. I just move straight to the next stage, maybe even straight onto a close.
And that works.
Absolutely. Just ignore what they've said to you, move straight to the next stage. So you're saying it's too expensive. My next line would be, in that kind of prefix there, is, let me show you some of these features. So you said to me,
it's too expensive.
Let me just show you some of these features. Look at this, right?
You do that, actually.
Yeah. And it works. Anyway, final thought?
Final thought, embrace the objection. Say objective. Embrace the objection. What is wrong with me?
Struggling today. It's that vodka you had last night. A litre bottle on a run.
Embrace the objection and get on a line with the person you're trying to sell to. Understand their concerns. Understand how you feel. A lot of people felt that way, but what they found is, but you know, don't do it so obviously.
Yeah. Absolutely, use that. Feel, felt, found, definitely. Make sure that they understand what it is you're actually explaining to them, and ignore people. It's great. Cool.
Excellent.
Goodbye.
Bye.